The point guard position, and in the front end and the back-to-back. What's important?
Well, BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Williams against Vassell. Rebound by the Nuggets. You know, last game they matched up with the Mavs. A tough loss there.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Hawkins. Out to Beasley, beyond the arc. Vassell with the rebound. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Here's West. We saw him with 39 points last game. Just 5 to shoot. And again for 3.
Well, that did it. He's now even for the record.
And his next triple will earn him the top spot all time for threes in a season. Williams from long range. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's West. Let's go with a 3. Good! Another from 3.
And that shot moving him into history. The most triples ever in a single season.
You could feel it as soon as it left his hands. He is the king of the 3 and now stands alone at the top of the list.
Have game, will travel. These fans seeing what he's all about.
And he continues to add to his season total, knocking him down from long range.
Shots just like that are why he's so deadly from that range. Any clean look from deep, he's been dropping it all season long.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Hawkins. 17 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
That's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Todd's checked in. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Here's West. 6 points for him. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Williams. Here's Todd, covered by Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. On the wing, Vassell. Here's West. Williams defending. Here's West. 9 points in the game. 3-pointer. Sinks the tray. West has got 12.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The kick out to Williams. Looking to end the run. By Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 11. Pass to West. From the arc. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in his many attempts.
Off to a great start. 5 straight from the field.
And the defense hasn't been able to do anything to stop him. And when that's the case, just keep feeding the hot hand.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And we hear about the unwritten rules of sports sometimes, Clark.
Substitution on the court.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. And so in the game for the Spurs, we've got Devin Vassell. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Castle. And it's Buckner in at the 4. Here's West. 15 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 ball. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
Now here's Conley. No points yet. Beasley for 3. It's rebounded by Buckner.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's West. Launches it. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
From outside the arc. Williams misses. Spurs lead by 4. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Warriors was tremendous. He had 39 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? A virtuoso performance that will be remembered for a very long time. Brian?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Oh, got that one up quick. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Here's West. Give him 30. The 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Jokic, no good.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Pass to Castle. Here's West. 27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Fires for 3. Drains the triple. West has got 36 points.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Jokic. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And the first half now in the books. It's the Spurs. They lead by 13. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Nuggets trail by 13. Nikola Jokic. And it's Hawkins in at the 1. That's the 5 from Michael Malone. Here's West. There's the triple. And the three-pointer goes. West has got 39.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Conley passes to Hawkins. 4-3. The rebound by the Spurs.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is. And that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Over to the wing. Inside. And Jokic throws it down.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Timeout called, the Spurs. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on the team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for him. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Here's Buckner. He's scoreless. Pass to West. Now Vassell. Takes the 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
We know Nikola Jokic is a natural, but that's not all. Coach Malone said it's too bad that people can't peek behind the curtain and see how hard Nikola works. He understands that there's no magic formula. Yes, he's incredibly gifted, but it's his work ethic that's great. Brian?
Well, Allie, talent only gets you so far. He's got both. Outside, Williams.
Spurs foul. Castle.
Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for Beasley.
First team foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up. "35 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's West. He's guarded by Conley. There's the 3. Connects again from distance. Ooh, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Spurs foul.
Hawkins is checked in for the Nuggets.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's
Second
Todd.
team foul.
He's got 7.
Checking in the game for your Nuggets.
Pass to Hawkins. From deep. Hits a three-pointer. Hawkins has got 17 points.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Here's West. The 3 is up. Another one goes. Incredible. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so the San Antonio Spurs, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. We'll be back in a moment. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. We've got Kristaps Porzingis. He's out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's man in at the 2 guard. Graham, that's good.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
To the paint. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's West. Pass to Graham. Here's West. This one for 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give them the ball and let them go to work.
Nuggets trail by 21. And here's Beasley. And that time also a missed shot. Pass to man. Here's West. So, Clark, you think the winner of the NBA Cup should be guaranteed an automatic playoff bid?
Man, that's interesting. I think it could make for a more competitive tournament. So if that would be the outcome, then I would be all for it. But what happens if the tournament winner is the #1 seed at the end of the season? I think you'd have to find alternative incentives then, BA.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
San Antonio making a change here.
The line for 1.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
Vassell passes to the chosen one. Here's Buckner. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, connects again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Lets it fly. And again, Denver no good.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Here's West. Williams defending. 6 on the shot clock. Here's West. 3-pointer. And again for 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Here's Williams. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense for the Spurs.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And the wins have been piling up for them. Tonight will be their 58th of the year.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the chosen one.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Williams up top. Pass to Todd. Inside. Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Impressive seeing Jokic go off like this. I mean, you can tell his teammates are being energized by what he's doing.
Here's Vassell. Here's West. Here's the 3. Good! Another from 3.
And with that made 3, he now stands alone for 3rd most threes in a single game.
Boy, he's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long. What a shooting performance. Fires the three. Hits yet again. Wow!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our
check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shorty just left me on scene. Yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. Oh my God, Bruce on my team. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. YBS way too hot for all this. We lit. Young right nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. I'm the young black king on the come up, the come up. And when I drop my, the charts gon' go up, go up. Let me drop. I swear the industry some ops. And when I get that label money, I'm getting it for you, not as a cop. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. YBS way too hot for all. We lit. Young right nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice.
There is something else seeing someone who knows what they're doing and dribbling with another like that.
How many ankles do you think you've taken this year? Hundreds? Thousands?
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome fans to 2K Sport. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Devin Vassell out there with Buckner. Then there's West. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Castle in at the shooting guard position. And for Indiana, Siakam is out there with Klingon. Then it's Goodwin. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Halliburton in at the point guard position. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Pacers with the ball. And on these rosters, Doris, some interesting young and upcoming talent. Scary to think, isn't it, how good they might actually be.
Young talent means, Kevin, they have to grow. And the way you grow is playing big-time games against other talented players. So what a great opportunity on both sides against quality competition to see exactly where you're at.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Klingon. They double him with West. Back to Halliburton. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
West against Halliburton. West can't hit. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Your Indiana Pacemates dance team, they're amazing. Thanks, everybody.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Green bounce pass. They grab their own miss. Off with the layup. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Halliburton against West. Pocket 6. Fires for 3. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, you love what this guy is doing right now. He's taking smart shots, shooting a high percentage, starting to cook.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Tipped away. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Now here's West. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. from downtown. Good on the triple. West has got 9. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Green inside the three-point line. Wembanyama with the rebound. West against Halliburton. West outside. The 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Halliburton against Vassell. To halt the run. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Vassell finds Wembanyama. For 3, West. Offensive rebound. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out.
Switch here. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Zubac kicks to Halliburton. Shoots from the right block. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Outside, Green, just 5 to shoot. That doesn't go either for Halliburton. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for San Antonio. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejection.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
They got Jalen Green. Good one out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Caldwell in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against Denver delivered quite a performance. He had 69 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
Another thing they're doing right out of the gates tonight, applying a ton of defensive pressure.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Halliburton's got 16.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch and shoot situations. No hesitation.
Pass to Castle. And there's the whistle. 3 seconds. San Antonio also making a switch. Poole's checked in. Halliburton passes to Green. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
From deep three-point land. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it. And Indiana making a change here. so it's San Antonio holding it.
With the score, your Pacers 23, the Spurs 45.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Wembanyama is out there with Buckner. Then it's Castle. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's West in at the point. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And he gets the jumper to drop. West has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Spurs. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Yeah, it looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Well, these are the moments that can be gut-wrenching for him and his team, right? Anytime you see an injury like this, certainly your heart goes out to him and to his family.
Madsen, he's checked in for Indiana. West outside. Pass to Castle. Beyond the arc. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from West. West has got 29.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And the wide open shot from Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Left side, West. From deep. Good. Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Buries the long-range jumper. West has got 38 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Siakam connects in the foul line jumper.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
Green, the pass to Madsen. At 3 off the mark. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 17-5 run here. West outside. There's the 3. And again for 3.
For 3.
You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Both teams. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. The Pacers shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Hodges is out there with Green. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Ivica Zubac. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And here's West from the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
On the wing, man. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had, already 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Chosen One.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Green passes to Hodges. Rebounded by the Spurs. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
West outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
Industry some ops, and when I get that label money, I'm getting it for you, not as a cop. I'm trying to get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about the amount. Be like on the shade room. YBS coin, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all. We lit. Young volume, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. Okay, mama, I'ma do the dishes. I'm praying on my knees. I have some wishes that know the name, that got the fame. And even with no L's, I'm cruising in my lane. I'm trying to get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying like shade room. YBS coin, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. don't take from me. A lot of life be fairy tale, they be make believe. If I tell her I'll be right back, yeah, she gon' wait for me. I love model every name from A to Z. Yeah, these got me, these got me. How the these mad at me cause I got rich? They mad at me cause these went broken, they need fix. They ain't give me nothing, I ain't giving no grown man. These handshakes get weirder and weirder. Look at every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little they worse for them. I ain't buy my other first in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute. Crosses on my pants, I'm a Christian for real. Vixens for real. And I stand on business for real. Throw it like money over. I know how I feel to be the streets up. Fame, road, count, gotta be up. It's forever with us, we don't gotta on your head, look, keep it up. 30 rounds and 130 on me. Go around and make keep on acting like you have emotion. You just in a way. Ain't never too far from the I'm just a flight away. I said, trip and fall, I set up they shoelaces. Young fly lip, got rich on suitcases. Ain't stepping. It seems like 5 days since. Every time I hold up my wrist, it's a new face. I shouldn't got a whip for her. She came to my convention. She texted me. She give me a commission. Only time these could get at me is my mention. Ride for it, get it tailored, I know her dimension. She going low with CC, it's all over her wish list. To the back room, I let her get the bitch. For envy, don't put them in your business. I let you go for whatever you want and she ain't get. I'm 800 on Chrome Jean, camo shorts and a long sleeve. I'll be gone for a month or two, I'm knocking off this money. I gotta keep some racks inside my get lonely. You know what I mean? Bro taught us get our own. My on my armpit, I'm turning up like I don't got my own. Cut off on an island, both our phones on silent. Like what you heard about me, you gotta come and try this. Baby. These handshakes getting weirder and weirder. Look at every man eye to eye, I don't fear them. These little they worse for them. I ain't buy my other purse in a minute. I ain't take a pretty to Turks in a minute. I ain't put no in a minute. I ain't been on earth in a minute. I always talk to God, but I ain't been to church in a minute. They won't see me blessed. Blessings. All these people with bad energy, y'all need a fast remedy. It's giving sad energy, bringing the bad. Baby, I'm too good for the bad vibes. Look too good to be dripping that water like I just did. Smelling that big as you ain't even got me. I ask myself, need an opinion, I'll ask myself. I'm spending this little cash myself. Been out here getting this bag myself. Putting the work in the trenches. It all worked out, bench press. They like how I sentence. Bars on lie, sentence. Big old watch, Benton. I'm in another dimension. I could've bought, but I'm renting. Rather put that in investment. Turn up the vibes to the sun up. Too many bags that I got to run. Alright, come on. I got talking a wide selection. You trying to take my blessings. Get whatever you like. The math ain't right. I do numbers that gon' make your head spin. I'm the one that they call for the help. I'm the one pulling car get dealt. I'm talking about blessings. They won't see me blessed. Why they won't take my blessings? Gotta put them boys to rest. They don't wanna see me blessed. They don't wanna see me blessed. Why they won't take my blessings? Gonna put them boys to rest. Bless. I can feel it in my gut, I'm gonna be super up. I can feel it in my chest, I'm finna be stupid rich. I got money on my mind, I'm talking stupid checks. I'm already blessed, when I get mine, I'm stupid blessed. I spend that grip, ain't saving, I ain't no Superman. I took that, I changed that, now she know who the man. I never lost, she still my sauce, she living through the man. She come right back and for me like 2 hands. I sent her out and she came back and gave me blue bands. I'm moving smooth, I don't think I know how to lose, man. I'm still that from the sector making moves, fam. You well, I'ma know just what to do,
trying to see me. Yeah, they trying to see me blessed. They don't want to see me blessed. Boy. Hey, shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, finger on the like, hey, shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, their spot like, hey. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I hit it. I'm fully committed, like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision, like, hey, shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, finger on the like, hey. Grandma was in A, auntie was in A, mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had a like we in the getaway. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? Go to sleep tonight. The street got her screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, finger on the like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, their spot like, hey. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I hit it. I'm fully committed, like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision, like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, finger on the like, hey. Baby, I'm loving the taste. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a what computers is putin'. I go off a field, no hezzy. For my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans, my life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. These stealing, their first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots, but I'm high, just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G., you know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, finger on the like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, their spot like, hey. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I hit it. I'm fully committed, like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision, like, hey. Shooting my shot like, hey, hit the like, hey, finger on the like, hey.
jewels that'll break my rules. On front page, see you. Page 6, call me for the interview. But can you afford my view? Only bad ones in my crew. And you know that I'll ride into them plus me plus we plus you. Catch a flight for the weekend, and I was thinking Mallorca could be real cute. I was born kinda spoiled and rude, and there's not much that I can do. So what's up? Better fix your face so step. Better get everything I want. And I know you're gonna really give it up, cause breaking news. You gon' make that news. Breaking news. You gon' make that news. Breaking news. You gon' make that news. Breaking news. Do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Anywhere in the night. Me and I just do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Come around the night. Prove it and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Anywhere you like. Prove it and I just might. Do you wanna ride? We can catch a flight. Anywhere you like. Prove it and I just might. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. I'm doing my dance. Popping this. I'm doing my dance. Popping this. I'm doing my dance. Doing my dance. Doing my. I'm doing my dance.
Took a flight for the paddock and panic. I be like mechanic. I keep coming back in. She be throwing that quarterbacking. I cannot come through from her no backhand. Who's a dummy? Now she double backing. Please do not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'ma crack it, baby. I put my trust in the dough. Feel like Uzi, I rock and roll. She said she love me, I already know. I'm back on the I'm on my I'm back on the road. Wait, I feel like Cash and Chow. It's too slizzy when I get around. She when I'm She took a flight for the paddock and panic. I be like mechanic. Once she gon' keep coming back in. She be throwing that quarterbacking. I cannot come through from her no backhand. Who's a dummy? Now she double backing. Please do not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'ma crack it, baby. I'm not one of those. I can't be trusting these. I put my trust in the dough. Feel like Uzi, I rock and roll. She said she love me, I already know. Said she love me, girl, I gotta go. I'm on my muddies, I'm back. I'm on my muddies, I'm back on the road. Wait, I feel like Cash and Chow. It's too slizzy when I get around. She, when I'm. Said she never been a. She not alone, yeah, she came with a buddy. My back, cause I know it get ugly, and I'm getting. I feel like a mummy. Empty heart, you should fill it with money. Comedian guy, you keep thinking you funny. I'ma laugh when you turn to it. Don't be capping like you really love me. Don't be acting like you really. Wait. She took a flight for the paddock and panic. I be like mechanic. Once she gon' keep coming back in. She be throwing that quarterbacking. I cannot come through from her no backhand. Who's a dummy? Now she double backing. Please do not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'ma crack it. Please do not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'ma crack it. Please do not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'ma crack it. Please don't give me your heart. Give me your heart. I'ma crack it. Give me your heart, I'ma. Give me your heart, I'ma. She took a flight for the paddock and panic. I be like mechanic. Once she gon' keep coming back in. She be throwing that quarterbacking. I cannot come through from her no backing. Who's a dummy? Now she double backing. Please do not give me your heart. Please don't give me your heart. I'ma crack it.
Hey, babe, wait, I can't see why you're. I see why you are stressed, because you're no contest. 12, I can't confess. Drop racks, I'll clean my mess. Excuse me while I flex. That's to my left. You're for back conquest. Find back, then I collect. No, that love. Like geeks know every spec. Both like, oh yeah. It's like I'm grandma, yes. PT rep that till death. Get back, I need 10 steps. Don't care who got up next. PT can't miss. Ain't heard no like this. Pull out my sheet. I got the bread to trick. I see your ex down bad. I think he need assist. So I went that mama. I no drama. I'm on my way to the tippity top. I'm so OP. Think I'm in up. B-O-B-M-O-B-G-A-N-G. Love me while would I stop? I might get bored and just get in the stocks. Shawty just gave me the. I love black girls that listen to rock. You think you're trying to put me
This
in
ain't
box?
for containing, stupid little. Ain't no point in saving when let the skull. I'm so good at singing the way I carry notes. They frame what I'm saying. Treat that like pain is. This not a handout. We not relaying. Competition, all we do is dust it. I'm the type to hold the face. I'ma hold the hair up if she.
Leave up looking like I'm really him with the his assumption. I was getting 5-star for my luncheon. Keep on giving me lip. I don't really walk anywhere. I'm a floating. I'm a real nightmare. Put your vote in. Gon' flinch and start punching. I'm keep on doing it till it's soaking.
Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window, let it for the right price of through, yo. That's my right hand man. It's your boo, yo. Outside in Japan, stripes running around me like Kruger. What's it to, yo? Introduce you to my new. Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window, let it be on trees, son. I swear that they switch. I just needed a reason. Already they say I'm on fire, like a 19th century witch. No snow on the bluff, the wire. They think I'm 50 Cent. I've been boo, you too. Let's be Bonnie Clyde. We gon' be like, we don't need no middleman. Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window for the right price. That's my right hand man. We out in Shibuya, outside in Japan. Stripes running around me like Kruger. What's it to? Introduce you to my new. Let me see your hands to bring you outside in my land. I've been with hanging out the window, let it.
Starlight, it's electric. Starlight, it's electric. I can smell the summer coming off your soul. It's time to realize it all. Yeah. In the daylight,
doing that they said that I couldn't. I wanna go on a vacation, I book it. I'm trying to get straight to the point and they crooked. They gave me the lane to the top and I took it. I'm going to the top. Yeah, I'm going to the top. Yeah, these be focused on them, but you barely got money, but you let her spend it. I'm already lit, but this just the beginning. I promise my mama I'm gonna be the biggest. I'm going to the top. Yeah, I'm going to the top. Poppin' my got designer to fit on. Hating on me and can't get on. I can't hop in the truck less than 10 on. And the color in the truck not a rental. I be praying to God and I believe in Jesus, but you never catch me on spirit. Don't compare me to that's not on my level. Ain't near it. I'm a rodeo, I'm spending a lot. How you hating? You still on the clock. I don't go back and forth, you get blocked. We just managed she. You'll wait for a month for the she pull up on me and not. Waiting in line for some Jordans. I probably spend more on my socks. Got a for get. Got me shelling this like a rock. I be these like Dahmer. I'm too and I ain't getting calmer. If they're trying to book me for a show and it ain't over 50, I don't even bother. Trying to crack jokes, but I can't even keep it. Her name is not Pop. Doing shit they said that I couldn't. I wanna go on a vacation, I book it. I'm trying to get straight to the point and they crooked. They gave me the lane to the top and I took it. I'm going to the top. Yeah, I'm going to the top. Yeah, these be focused on them, but you barely got money, but you let her spend it. I'm already lit, but this just the beginning. I promise my mama I'm gonna be the biggest. I'm going to the top. Yeah, I'm going to the top.
Too many times I told these stop playing with me, go play with your kids. I don't wanna hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I'm way too busy to hate on a bank account, look like she banking on tips. I came up from nothing, was laying on and sleeping in bundles and paying no rent. Everyone loves you when fame don't exist. When I made $1 million, they said it, I switched. My watch is too pricey, my chain is on lit. My diamonds are icy, I'm skating on this. Skating like Gretzky back in the 80s and running from 12, but that isn't Brady. But that doesn't faze me, I keep to myself if that's what it takes me. The day that you play me, it be the same day me and Jennifer Lopez announced. Yeah, having some twins, there's 2 in the bag. You want the fame, but you wouldn't last. The difference between me and you is you trash. I'm really 100, you're doing too bad. Look, if I'm at a 10, then you like a 2. If you was a 10, then I'd be 200 divided by 2. I'm too good at math. Look. They got me started, I'm back on my and shit. I thought about for practice, like I've been auditioning. Cut a off when she started the bigger and cut it. They use when they open the business and cut the red ribbon with. I'm ignorant. Too many times I told these stop playing with me, go play with your kids. I don't wanna hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. Devil in the booth, I'm sitting on this. Don't touch the stove, I'm baking on this. I'm Freddie, I'm Mike, I'm Chucky, I'm Jason on this. You shaking on this, got some for hating on this. Look, all my celebrity crushes, I already. Be mad cause I did it already. I told them make sure to my dinner already. And I did it all and ain't you can tell me. Boy, what I want ain't you can give me. Got plenty of Benjis, but now it's more money, more problems. I should've listened to Biggie. And this type of living is not for beginners. You kinda losers do not make. Try to be cool, but I'm not for the. I got the rock paper. I keep it like rock paper scissors. I made the choice, it was not their decision. I'm not gonna listen to rappers who sound like broke records, but no, you did not. I'm highly offended. Only way you gonna get to where you wanna be, you gotta. Even if you made it to the bottom of the pit and try to climb it to the top, you know I probably. Always wonder how I'm feeling, and I tell them that I feel like I gotta pay the. If want me, she gotta be attending. If she's sending me selfies, it gotta be joining. Too many times I told these stop playing with me. I don't wanna hear no opinions from people who still got dreams of making it big. I don't really care about what you would do if you had this bread or the things you would get. If you was me, you wouldn't work this hard. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. Wait, I've been waiting on this. Devil in the booth, I'm sitting on this. Don't touch the stove, I'm baking on this. I'm Freddie, I'm Mike, I'm Chucky, I'm Jason on this. You shaking on this, got some for hating on this. I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this. Not now. I've been waiting on this.
I'm cooler than the ice inside the hockey store. Cooler than the ice, I probably city on the spin into the poppy store. I got crib watching all the Rockies on. I put pain on it. Got some gain on it. 1,000 on this hoodie, never got a stain on it. 1,000 on that, never got my name on it. Yeah, screen is out of seat and you go watch the game on it.
Down, I don't rest at all. Every festival, down, I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch. I don't rest at all. Every festival, down, I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch.
Big Blanco, pouring out the big bios. Man, big bottom models or the McDonald's. Leave my wallet out this argument, I'm 6 foot. I stand on my money, I be 6 foot. All my shit in crypto when the market took a dip. 20K on Kip, look. Funny now we optimists. Plus I got my hopes all around me like an Oculus. Sandbox a lot of this. Certified they heard of us. Three fell off the curb, so there's some birds that got the word of us. Never let that burden us take that trip with a curve. But if they all get but I turn them back to Cerberus. And yes, I'm best case. Yes, I rep chase. Forever cold hearted, you can check my breastplate. Work until $1 million check fly next day. But I ever fall off, then expect my
I don't rest at all. Every festival, down, I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch. I don't rest at all. Every festival, down, I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best and y'all watch. Every festival, down. Every festival, down. Every festival, down.
Oh my God, girl, is that YBS Village? He's so fine.
Hey, Roy, they check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shawty just left me on scene, yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. On my gossip, Bruce on my team. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. Hey, Roy, they check on my brother. Nigga, I stutter. Shawty just left me on scene, yeah, she want another. I ain't no sucker. Got these girls be like me. Make mad, they wanna fight me. I'm a heavy hitter, don't you be lightly. On my gossip, Bruce on my team. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. Be lit. Young Vitamin, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. I'm the young black king on the come up. They come up. And when I drop my the charts gon' go up. Go up. If the label let me drop, I swear the industry some odds. And when I get that label money, I'm getting it for you, not as a cop. I'm tryna get my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS Quinn, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. Be lit. Young Vitamin, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice. Okay, mama, I'ma do the dishes. I'm praying on my knees, I have some wishes. That know the back in my deal before my EDD run out. I ain't saying if they ain't talking about them out. Be like on the shade room. YBS coin, that's it that make the trade boom. For real, can't wait for my to hit. That's it. YBS way too hot for all this. We lit. Young boy nigga, speaking that fact. Oh, I'm the voice. On my end, can't turn my back. Never had no choice.
Échale ganas, mija. Lista, ponte viva. Los tiempos duros pasarán, no te rindas. Tienes que ser trucha. I could feel my blessings, they around the corner. I know they better don't need much longer. 'Cause I'm just present, focused, think I need to get out. 40s, 24, thank you, Lord. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the lead. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see them moving, and it's like a TV screen. That from the you know what it be. Échale ganas, mija. Lista, ponte viva. Los tiempos duros pasarán, no te rindas. Tienes que ser trucha.
I like it. Great choice.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready. So the Houston starting five. Ball is out there with Amin Thompson. Then there's Alperon Şengün. Then it's Shepard, and it's Walsh in a two-guard. And for the Spurs, they've got Castle, and it's Graham in at the small forward position. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Graham.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's West. Knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Thompson. Rebound by San Antonio. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Doesn't need a lot of room to get off his shot. That was money.
Pass to Shepard. Shot from 12. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Fans, that was your Spurs Youth Dance Team. How about another big cheer?
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's West. From outside, off the mark. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers. Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
Ball, taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's West. Here's Castle. Coming off a terrific game against Houston. 6 to shoot. Here's West. Takes a 3. Another shot. A nice bucket inside from Wembanyama.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Here's West. 35 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston. Here's Walsh.
San Antonio foul. West. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's West. 6 points for him. The 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Smith, he's checked in. Some changes. Alperon Şengün's checked in for Smith, and Walsh is subbed in for Thompson. Here's West. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Sinks it from distance. West has got 9.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
They've got Victor Wembanyama. And it's Castle in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Morris for 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's West. He's got 9. Launches it. It's rebounded by Walsh.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
Here's Morris. Rebound by San Antonio. Buckner's got his 4th rebound in this one. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Rockets got the job done. He dropped 35 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
The kick out to Ball. Shot to stop the run. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. He's got 7.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's West. Fires the 3. Rockets with a rebound. Pass to Shepard. Down low. Here's Şengün. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 2-point San Antonio lead.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Graham, that's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Ball. He has 7. There's 57 seconds left in the half. 13 feet out. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Here's Castle. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And Ball throws it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's West. 9 points in the game. Fires in the triple. West has got 12 points in the game.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. With the 10-footer. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Here's Castle, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's West for 3. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Now this is how you finish a first half.
And so that brings the first half to a close. San Antonio on top, leading by... And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
So the Houston 5 right now. Alperen Şengün out there with Thompson. Then it's Ball. Then it's Shepard. And it's Walsh in at the 2. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's West. It's Graham on the wing. Pass to West. Six on the shot clock. From deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 18.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
To the inside. Ball. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
and force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. From behind the arc. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Shepard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Thompson. Here's Ball. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's West. The 3-ball. He buries it from 3. West has got 9 points now in the second half.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
The open shot by Thompson. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 tonight. Oh, there's the alley. Pass to West. From the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and Coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Anderson comes in for Ball. Matherin's checked in for Walsh. And Anthony subbed in for Shepard.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength. But his upside on both ends is enormous.
Now Anthony. No points so far. Stolen by Vassell. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's West.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Beyond the arc. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Pass to Smith to stop the drought. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Poole. San Antonio ends up going with a new group, and the Rockets will go for a different look here. Şengün checked in for Thompson. Ball comes in for Anderson. Walsh is checked in for Matherin, and it's Shepard in for Anthony. Count it. Good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
We've got Wembanyama, and it's Buckner in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Spurs.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Walsh can't get it to go.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Here's West. Well, Richard, one thing we're seeing an emphasis on by the league, mental health.
I'm surprised it took people so long to understand how grueling of a mental task it is to try and be one of the 450 year in and year out.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Poole. Got a hand on it. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's West. Launches a 3. And again for 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Spurs?
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
Three-pointer. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's Walsh, guarded by Poole. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Third team foul.
First one falls. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
Tienes que ser trucha. I could feel my blessings, they around the corner. I know that better days ain't need much longer. Cause I'm just present, focused, think I need to get out. For these 24, thank you, Lord. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the league. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see them moving and it's like a TV screen. Straight out from the valley, you know what it be. Échale ganas, mija. Lista, ponte viva. Los tiempos duros pasarán, no te rindas. Tienes que ser true.
The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court, too, as they get ready to go to work on the road. We welcome you to Not And a beyond. So the net starting 5. Lou Dort out there with Marion. Then there's Frazier. Then it's James. And it's Ryan in at center. And for the Spurs, West is out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Graham in at the small forward position. Instead, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
Well, you aren't kidding.
And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. The starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
And they were mired in foul trouble the last time they played. Let's see if they can avoid that this time out.
Now here's West. A 35-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. 5 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Wembanyama. He sinks the 11-footer.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Passes it to James. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Rebounded by the Spurs.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Lost to Kira. To the middle. Here's Graham. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And there's the pass to Ryan. West against Marion. Pass to James. No good that time. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Graham, the pass to Wembanyama. Passes to West. Fires the 3. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Jalen Duren, he's checked in for James. And here we can check out the story for Jalen Duren. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Can they get it? Ryan the pass to Marion. Offensive rebound. Goes up with it again. Duren, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him. So he can play the floor because he gets off the ground so well.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Dort, left side.
Well, Dort makes the smart play there. He spots a wide open shooter and just gets him the ball.
And here is West. .131 left in the first quarter of the game. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
So San Antonio goes with the front. Deciding to change it up. Brooklyn with the ball. Ryan the pass to Dort. And again, no good by Brooklyn. They've got Victor Wembanyama. West is out there with Castle. And it's Graham in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's West. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And James pulls it down.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
They get it back. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And here's West from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against the Bucks put on a show. He scored 35 points and wore the defense down with his three-point shooting. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did. Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more from him.
The putback, great positioning on the putback. Carroll's got the lead up to 6 now for San Antonio.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Marion. Now Frazier. And good as it just snugs right down through the net. Spurs leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Spurs working the ball around now. Wembanyama passes to West. Over Marion. The offensive rebound. Wembanyama. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA. Sometimes we're all... Tie game in San Antonio.
With the score, your Spurs 39. The Nets 39.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And San Antonio shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. We've got Marion. Frazier is out there with James. Then it's Lou Dort. And it's Ryan in at the center, locking down the middle. West gets the bucket.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Floats it up for James. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just one on the bucket from Ryan. West against Marion. West outside. Clock at 6. And the three ball is good. West has got 6 points in the quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lets it go from deep. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Pass to Castle. Frazier against West. Over Frazier. And it's West again missing.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmarker of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Wembanyama. And a change for the Nets. Duran's checked in. West outside. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Fires for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. West has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
James right side. Carter pulls it in. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run here. Well, there's a unique profile for Wendell Carter Jr., a tremendous rebounder and shooter, and now he's playing on a pretty good team, and he's a big reason why.
He sure is. Look, he's really big at 6'10", 270. All right, top 20 in the league in rebounding and effective field goal percentage. Can shoot the 3. Great blend of size, skill, and toughness.
Marion outside. In the corner, it's James. All alone. That's good, and it's Marion with the assist. Marion's got 6 assists here tonight. 1:14 left to play in the third. West against Marion. West outside. The tray. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Dort against West. Down low. Here's James. Rebound San Antonio. Terrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And here's West for 3. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Nets trail by 17. The pass to Dort. To the paint. Here's James.
Nice pass inside. Making things easy for him there.
Who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Breaking the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Castle. Right wing. Graham dishes to Carter. Out left to the wing. For 3, West. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's San Antonio. They lead by 18. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Devin Vassell. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Buckner. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's West in at the point guard position. That's the San Antonio 5.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
punches it. And again for three. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And the Spurs making a change here. Man's check. Substitutions here for the Spurs. Poole's checked in, and it's Carter in for Porzingis. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Marion against West. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc. West has got 39.
And it's just competing. Giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
During the pass to Marion, and the shot goes down.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And here's West for three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd.
Tienes que ser trucha. I could feel my blessings, they around the corner. I know that better days ain't need much longer. Cause I'm just present focused, think I need to get out. For these 24, thank you Lord. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the league. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see the
C.E.O. Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, the Spurs taking on the Hawks. For the Spurs, the best in the business all season long, the cream of the crop. They look to continue that dominance tonight. Hawks, Spurs, coming right up. Welcome and thanks for joining 2K Sports for a Friday night full of NBA action. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. They've got Castle, Wembanyama out there with Devin Vassell, and it's Carroll in at the power forward. And for Atlanta, we've got Trae Young, and it's Frazier in at the four-man spot. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down, too.
Here's West. Six to shoot. Pulls up. The rebound by the Hawks. Young inside. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
Here's West. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of play, a minute in. On the wing, Reeves. And the Hawks call time here. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
Now here's Young, coming off a 22-point game against Detroit. Reeves, the pass to Frazier. Here's Young, plenty of space. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make it. Every single one of those.
And you look at the history of the Hawks, Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
Now here's Reeves. 11 points for him last game against Detroit.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
Here's Carroll, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
For Vassell to really make an impact, that's what he has to do. Initiate the offense.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
Okay, thanks, Allie. West. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they faced the Spurs.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Now here's Young to win the run. Nails it from beyond the arc. Young's got his second basket on the night.
If you're going to allow Trae to squeeze off a three, he's going to squeeze hard.
Here's West, guarded by Young. Here's West. He picked up 39 in their last win against Orlando.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's West, guarded by Young, drives to the hoop. And the basket by West. West has got 14 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Hawks trail by 11. 1:19 left in the first quarter here. Young from long range. Pure from three-point range. Give him 8. And Wembanyama has the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's West. He's got 14. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Frazier. From downtown, Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Yes, it's good.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And Atlanta with possession here. The Spurs making their last shot. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Atlanta shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good. Change here for San Antonio. San Antonio with the ball. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's West, guarded by Young. Fires for 3. And the basket by West. West has got 19 points.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
And so in the game for the Spurs, they've got Victor Wembanyama, and it's Graham in at the 3, the small forward.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Magic was a man on a mission. He had 39 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Outstanding. Thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Down low. Here's Reeves. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And Trae Young playing floor general here. So good, so quick at finding the open man.
Here's West, guarded by Young. 1:49 left to play in the half. Clock at 6. Here's West, guarded by Young. And the 3 off target. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Victor Wembanyama.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Now here's Young. Give him 8 points now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
The shot by Carroll, no good. Hawks trail by 15. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Vassell passes to the chosen one. There's 39 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 4-3. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Young. Pass to Rizashé. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field and seems really frustrated.
And he makes it. And the Spurs lead by 20.
And when Wings take it down low, good things happen.
And here's Johnson. There's the triple. On target from range. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
He drops it from range.
Well, they're clear.
And so the San Antonio Spurs.
45.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hawks trail by 20. We got Rizashé, and it's Young in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. The shot by Reeves, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's West. Pass to Carroll. Shot clock at 5. Fires from deep. And the basket by West. West has got 28.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Young with it. Give him 8. Outside Reeves. Here's Frazier. Fires the 3. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Here's West. He's covered by Reeves. Here's West. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
From deep, Reeves. And Atlanta misses again.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And the basket by West.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta.
They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
So both teams changing it up here. Well, if you want long-range aces, look no further than this list of the top three-point shooters since the All-Star break. In the third spot, Kristaps Porzingis. Fourth, Zach Rizashé.
And these...
So both teams making some changes here. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Puts it up. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Good if it goes. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last second shot. Always a feel-good moment.
And so it's San Antonio. A huge 24-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. We've got Devin Vassell, and it's the chosen one in at the point guard position. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Diaz. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got his 3rd assist of the night. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. And Brent, you look at the greater parity around the... And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Here's West. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss.
I mean, the second effort from Carter Jr., real nice motor on this guy.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. The 3, Barrett. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
The body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
And the Spurs making a change here. Carroll's checked in. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Here's West. Puts up a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. West has got 43 points.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Spurs.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
Boy, we can't say enough about what a talented team this is. Their 68th win coming for them in what's already been a very successful run.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for the chosen one.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's West. From outside the arc. And again for three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Here's Black. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. So long.
Tienes que ser trucha.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, they had fashion on their minds. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. They've got Denny Avdia, Rodriguez out there with Chet Holmgren. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Jones in at the 2-guard. And for the Spurs, West is out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Carroll in at the power forward. Doris, in this one, we've got two very good shooting teams that love to focus on that three ball.
Well, there are certain organizations that lean heavily into this age of analytics. Both of these teams like to value the shots you most want. That's at the rim and now the three-point perimeter opportunity. So let it fly, guys.
The Spurs shooting their first foul shots of the night here. He hits the second from the line. Jones with it. To the inside, Rodriguez. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Gilgeous-Alexander against West. Shot clock at 5. Fires away from way outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander against West. Fires the three, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
How about that? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, big-time defender, and sends that one back.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Now the pass to Rodriguez. Goes back up.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. To the wing on the left. And here's West from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He doesn't need a lot of daylight. Stretches the defense night in and night out.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
You know what to do. Make some noise!
A moment here now to see the numbers for him. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Avdia. And stolen by Vassell. This one for three, and again it's the Spurs from deep.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Gilgeous-Alexander against West, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Avdia after the made shot from West. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it. 2 minutes.
Fires the three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Willie Green gave me a few minutes to talk with him. He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter? He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Jones. Scoreless thus far. West against Gilgeous-Alexander. West outside. Nailed from three-point land. West has got 14.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
A different look for Oklahoma. San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. The Thunder also changing it up. Rodriguez is checked in for Holmgren. Avdia comes in for Marion. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Barnes. Now here's West. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From past the arc. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
We've got Devin Vassell. He's out there with West. And it's Carroll in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
West can't hit. Thunder trailing by 13. And Jones has it in the corner. Oh, good with the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Vassell, the pass to West. Shoots the three. Drills it from outside. West has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Spurs.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
Now, here's Vassell. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. West against Gilgeous-Alexander. For three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
There's 1:38 left now here in the second. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against Atlanta had a huge game. He scored 48 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. And those are big numbers he put up. Hard to match. But he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And the basket by Vassell.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Count it, good.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Left side, West. 43 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the three off target. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Atlanta. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wells. And the wide open shot from Avdia sinks the three-pointer.
Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Back to Wembanyama. West outside. Carroll dishes to West. Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Wells. And the Spurs scoring again.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over, so you've got to continue to...
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a night... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Rodriguez out there with Holmgren. Then it's Avdia. Then it's Jones. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the one. And here's West from the arc. And it's blocked by Rodriguez. Here's Jones. Holmgren can't hit.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
West finds Carroll. Now Wembanyama. West outside. Here's the three. Avdia with the rebound. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. West outside. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
San Antonio, let's give it up for your Spurs Hype Squad.
San Antonio. Zingas, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Buckner comes in for Devin Vassell. And it's Trey Mann in for West. Marion, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Barnes comes in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Carroll. San Antonio leading by 20. Wendell Carter is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's West. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Carroll in at small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Thunder trailing by 20. Jones finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, San Antonio.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And Carroll gets it to go.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Oklahoma City's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Jones hits for 2. A rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 7 rebounds in the game. Stolen by Avdia. And now Avdia pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And finished off by Avdia.
And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
Gilgeous-Alexander against West. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night. You leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7. And this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Vassell with it. Now Avdia defending. Rodriguez against West. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Offensive rebound. Count that bucket.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Poke loose. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Over to the wing. Here's West. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And that's now 30 points for the chosen one.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Pass to Wells. Outside, Jones. Rodriguez in the post. Defended by Wembanyama.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And here is West. Vassell, the pass to West. And Carter has it in the corner. Spurs passing it around. The shot. That's good from West on the assist by Carter. 32 points for the chosen one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
And it's time for an injury report. And let's get an update on Trey Mann's injury. David, what's the news?
Hey, Kevin, I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for San Antonio. He said it's a hyperextended shoulder and that they've got ice on it now to try to bring down the inflammation.
There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. San Antonio leading by 16.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
Well, in a dominant year where we've watched this team battle night in and night out all season long, this will bring their win total to an impressive 69.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the chosen one.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Castle. Up top, Vassell. For 3, West. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. And it's Marion in the corner. Rodriguez kicks to Marion. Passes it to Barnes. Here's Castle. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here.
Tienes que ser trucha. I could feel my blessings, they around the corner. I know that better days ain't need much longer. Cause I'm just present, focused, think I need to get out. For these 24, thank you, Lord. I know where I'm from, not many make it to the lead. But we bout this function, bout to crush it, best believe. I could see them moving and it's like a TV screen. Straight out from the valley, you know what it be.
Lexus, you always challenging me. You know I love it when you challenge me, so let's do it.
Had to wear the Proving Grounds jersey today for this gameplay because I'm pretty excited. All right, what's the game plan, guys?
We'll just play sides if that's possible. But
Pass the ball, exploit mismatches, kick out. Yeah, we good. We got him.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna let him backdoor me. That's not.
Coming right up, the Nuggets taking on the Spurs. For the Denver Nuggets, this team is playing winning basketball. Welcome, everyone, to NBA. A look at the starting group here for Denver. They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Hawkins in at the point. And for San Antonio, they've got Castle, and it's Poole in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And Clark, the playoffs just around the corner. How many teams do you think have a legit shot to win it all?
Well, when you talk about championship teams, I think there's 5 or 6 teams that have the ingredients to win 16 games. There is a component of luck and health that goes into that. You got to be top flight to go the distance.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's West. Yep, that one goes.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Hawkins, the pass to Conley. Beasley with it. In his last outing, 16 points for him. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Denver shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And here's Todd outside. Carroll with the rebound. It's Poole on the wing. Here's Carroll, covered by Jokic. The shot by Carroll, no good. And here's Denver. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Hawkins, the pass to Beasley. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's West. He had a 36-point outing in their last game against Portland. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep. West has got 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Their last encounter was in Denver.
And last time against this squad, they struggled to make free throws.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, think about it. They didn't knock him down at the same rate, and that hurt him.
And let's honor a terrific player who has worked hard to earn this award, the Western Conference Player of the Month.
Oh, he's been practically automatic from the arc, and that confidence from deep range has kept him and his teammates really fired up lately.
Back to Conley. To the right side, all alone. Hawkins can't get it to go.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Here's West. 5 points in the game. The 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Pass to Hawkins. Pulls up, high post. Offensive rebound. Here's Jokic. And a missed layup.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's West. There's the 3. Knocks down the long J. He's got 11.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes. Beasley outside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
No good on that one.
Substitution on the court.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's West. 11 points in the game. Here's the 3. Oh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
On the court for Denver. They've got Todd, and it's Jones in at the center, filling out the middle. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Trailblazers was a man on a mission. He had 36 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Graham.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Nuggets trail by 7. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Outside Conley. They need this. Rebound by San Antonio. They're coming off that loss against Portland.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Denver's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Denver. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
And San Antonio making a change here. Washington's checked in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Buries it from 3. West has got 25 points in the game.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The 3 is up. The shot won't fall. And so Conley will bring it up for Denver. It's a 10-point game. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And the bucket is good. Hawkins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They found strong offensive footing in the open court.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they generated the highest quality shots.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Offensive board. From deep, Conley. Misses another. He's 0 for 4.
Still hasn't gotten on the board this quarter. He may be pressing a little, trying to get them out of this hole.
Here's West. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first half. It's the Spurs. They're up by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Here's Hawkins. They've got Castle, and it's Poole in at the center position. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. Here's Hawkins. It's stolen by Poole. Here's Graham on the mark with the 15-footer. Graham's got his first basket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Pass to West. Three-pointer. Good. And Graham with the setup. West has got 28.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Nuggets trail by 13. Outside Conley. Fires high post. And it's Poole with a rebound. Poole's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Graham, that's good. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Pass to Todd to stop the run. Connects from downtown. Todd's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Fades away. Uses the glass to drop it in. Carroll's got 5 points.
And that's an owner's manual possession to get them a good look there.
Up top, Beasley. He's got 5. And here's Todd outside. And again, Denver with a 3. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Nuggets understand their opportunity. Coach Michael Malone said, we have a special, unique player, and that window is only open for so long. If we want to try and be a dynasty, we need a standard of excellence each and every day, and it's my job to hold the guys accountable. Brian?
Yep, and it starts from the top. He's done it well. Thanks, Allie. Nuggets trail by 19. And Denver looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Todd, Keldon Johnson out there with Nikola Jokic. And it's Beasley in at the 4. From the right block, Jokic, no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Here's West. Off target from three-point range. And the Nuggets shooting at 49% so far in the game. Kept alive. Here's Todd. Banked it in off the glass.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
The chosen one. The pass to Carroll. Pass to Castle. Here's West. Shot clock at 6. Knocks it loose. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Todd. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, when you're careless with the ball, that's what happens. It ends up going the other direction.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Here's West. Lets a 3 fly. Counted from distance. West has got 31.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Here's Todd. And it's Poole with a rebound. San Antonio leading by 18. Rebounded by Johnson. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for San Antonio?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. and the results have been outstanding.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
Hawkins is checked in for the Nuggets. The shot by Todd, no good. For San Antonio, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Good! Another from 3. Carries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Hawkins, the pass to Beasley. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. San Antonio has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's West. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Todd outside. The rebound by the Spurs.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's West. Off target with the 3. Nuggets trail by 21. Pass to Jokic. The 3 is up. The offensive rebound. Beasley, that's good.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
The Spurs have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some 3s.
Hawkins can't get it to go. Spurs lead by 22.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Spurs.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight.
They have proven to simply be the better team of the 2, winning all 4 games in this season series.
That's impressive on one side, but embarrassing on the other side.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the chosen one.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
From outside the arc, knocks down the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
West. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Pass to Hawkins. It's Beasley on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Just let the clock run out.
Hey, it's time to celebrate.
West misses.
San Antonio foul. West.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you later.
Tienes que ser trucha. I could feel my blood